comment. I have a wood block handy right now in case it decides to roll away again.
What's wrong? Yeah, we have brakes. We have some brakes.
Are you touching the floorboard with the brake?
Yes.
What's up, Buck? Doug with D&E in the garage. Today we are back with the DOA Chevrolet. You may remember from last time, finally got the brake lines in, turned it on to start bleeding them, and I blew through a trans line. So today we're going to find the trans line, do the easiest, cheapest repair we possibly can do, because I'm not doing full trans lines on this, and then we're going to do some diagnosis. Everybody's been throwing real good comments and getting real angry at me for not hooking the code reader up to it and everything. So our goal this time is to identify the health of the engine. Now, if you watched the other 3 episodes, every time at the beginning of the video I tell you what the goal is, something else happens and we don't actually accomplish that. We have to do something else. So my goal is to diagnose, well, my goal is to fix the trans line and diagnose, but I have no idea what's going to happen. As is, that's just like the motto of this Chevy. My 2002 Chevrolet Avalanche. I have no idea what's gonna happen. First things first, we gotta get the skid plate off, get at that trans line. When his truck showed up, my uncle had included a couple pairs of brand new safety glasses, I guess he had lying around, thought Eric and I could use them. Should have known that was gonna be foreshadowing. I've never had more crap fall in my mouth working on a vehicle than working on, ouch, this thing right here. Oh, old lake effect. Really giving me a run for my money, but we're not hooped yet. Still a lot of fight left in us. Come on. Uh-oh. All right, well, we lost one bolt, but it's like a 50-50 this thing's ever going back on anyway. I should have done this in the first place for running the brake lines. That would have been a heck of a lot easier. Something I've learned time and time again working on vehicles, I continue to learn it and continue to not retain that lesson, is trying to take a shortcut almost always ends up taking longer in the end. I learned that lesson like once every 3 or 4 days and I still don't seem to retain it. Ignoring the clearly incorrectly run brake line, what you'll notice is some really good news. The trans lines are good here, and then right around that connector, they both seem to be rotted, and then they're good behind that. That's the key. So what we're gonna do, as Derek from Vice Grip would say, fella's gonna fix it the right way, and just cut out the bad, put in some soft line, and try to get this silly hooper on the road. Giving it the old Jimmy Jam 1-2 with the brass pipe cutter. I'm not really sure if we're cutting this line here or if we're just ruining my tool, but we're gonna keep going. If anything's worth doing, it's worth overdoing, right? Or something like that. Again, ignore the confusingly run brake. Oh my goodness, it worked. Would you look at that? Cool, now there's ATF down here with us. That was the easy one. I gotta find a way to cut the other one back yonder. I'm not taking you guys with me for that. I'm gonna just let this sit and drip while I try to figure out how to get to that. You know, it appears like these connectors make this thing rot. The line is fine everywhere, and then where the connector is, it's all rotted out. Probably holds moisture and dirt and crap. So, anybody knows an engineer over at GM, maybe share that with them. They don't care. Hooey, good morning, friends. It is colder than an Inuit's toilet seat out here, but as you can hear, we've got old lake effect running, and our transmission fix is holding. So we just may be able to do what we said we were going to do in one of these videos. I'm going to let it warm up a little bit. It did not want to start this morning. Took a lot of crinking and cranking, but we were able to Jimmy Jam it, roll it over. Let's let it warm up, and then we'll plug in the scan tool and do what you all have been screaming at me to do for like 2 weeks. You know, the first thing you're supposed to do when diagnosing an engine issue. Alrighty, now here are the codes. I don't know how well you can see that. We've got the generic multi-cylinder misfire. That is the blinking check engine light, of course. Right here is Yeah, that's from when I unplugged the mass airflow sensor to see if that was the issue. Then we've got bank 2 sensor 1. So you guys were correct. That sensor that was unplugged underneath was an O2 sensor. That's what this code is all about. And the fourth is another multi-cylinder misfire code. So unfortunately, the multi-cylinder misfire doesn't give us a lot of information. We know it's running like crap. We know it's misfiring on a bunch of cylinders. We don't know why. Here's what we're gonna do at this point. I think I have the brakes all together. Enough anyway. I'm at least 50% confident in our transmission line fix. I'm gonna try to get the wheels back on, and then we'll get this thing jimmy jammed down the hill, hopefully, and just see if we can drive around the neighborhood and see what's really going on there. First step will be getting the wheels and tires on and testing the brakes out in the driveway to make sure we don't have a runaway train on our hands. All right, let's do it. All right, what the frig is this? What is this little speaker? And why is it buzzing whenever the key is on? It sounds like something's spooling up in there. Listen. GM makes some weird stuff. I'm not hating on GM, I'm just saying this truck is freaking weird, man. I do love hearing that V8 start up though. Listen how smooth it's idling now. It's not happy though. Almost forgot to tell you guys, over Thanksgiving, I saw my aunt who used to drive this truck daily. She was telling me the truck's actual name is Sheila. So we're gonna continue to call it Lake Effect, because that name just fits this thing. But we'll also affectionately call it Sheila. Maybe Lake Effect when it's being a pain in the butt. And Sheila when it's being a good girl. Additionally, I don't know that this skid plate is going to survive if I'm going to be working under here. I think I'm just going to take it off and leave it off. So if anybody wants it, hit me up. I'm in northwestern New Jersey, as most of you know. I'd be happy to get it to you for the price of a beer or something. I imagine it probably fits most 1500s and 1500 derivative vehicles, right? From this time period. Oh, JTM would know. I'll have to ask him. Speaking of JTM, JTM was kind enough to send me a new mass airflow sensor. I don't know for sure that this is my issue. I think this is my issue. When I unplugged my other one, it seemed to even out a little bit. But either way, he was like, hey man, I got an extra one. You might as well throw it in and see. So we're definitely going to snip that up. If you don't know who JTM Off-Road is, if you came to follow me and subscribe to the channel or are watching this video because you like Chevy Avalanches, go follow JTM Off-Road. He's torn apart, what, about 3 or 4 at this point, but he's got one lifted up on 35s, does a ton of cool work with it. He actually wheels it. He's the only dude I've ever seen out there on the trails with an Avalanche. So JTM Off-Road, card will be in up whichever corner where you put cards. But thank you, buddy, for sending me the mass airflow sensor. We're for sure gonna wing this in. This is a complicated part, man. Real complicated. It totally makes sense why these could go bad. This one looks super clean and super complete. So I don't know, we're gonna throw this in. Why not throw parts at it, right? That's exactly what you're not supposed to do. Yeah, buddy, this thing's been sitting. Oh, I forgot about the splash guard. Put that up later. This thing's been sitting on jack stands for so long. It feels like a pretty big friggin' deal. Getting some wheels under her. I'll see if we can't maybe jimmy jam her down the road. Something else has to go wrong, I know it. I know it does. Yesterday was Black Friday. I swore I was gonna go and buy an impact gun. Instead, what did I do instead? I did something. Oh, I started working on this this trans line, and then I ran out to the parts store, and then I guess I just forgot. Yep, that's the story of what happened yesterday. What size are these lugs? 22? Oh, they're 22. That's how they get you. Anyway, didn't get the impact gun, so we're still stuck here using the tire tree. It's worked for generations. Guess it'll work for me. I guess I should do something to keep this splash guard up. Huh? I'm 170,000% sure. Oh, no, well, here's one of the clips. I was gonna say that I lost all the clips, but there's one. Oh, dang it. Come here. Can we find one more? Here's half of one more. There's another half, but it's the wrong half. One's good enough. Good gravy, Batman. This truck is just a mystery wrapped in an enigma. So I'm coming over here to jack it up, and I roll under here, and I see this. Now, what is this connector? Hope you guys can see that. I'm gonna plug it back in, but if you guys know what that is, let me know. At some point in this truck's life, apparently some technician somewhere decided to troubleshoot it by just disconnecting everything in the truck and not putting it back in. So I don't honestly know what that connector was, but I'm gonna plug it back in and see if it helps something. Well, would you look at that, friends? Lake Effect moved under her own power for the first time in about a month, and way more importantly, she stopped under her own power. Not much in the way of power or stopping, but enough of each pedal to move it 12? That's gotta be at least 14 inches. It's a win for today, right? So, it's running right now, real crappy. I'm just letting it get up to temperature. We're gonna go ahead and throw in JTM's, what is this thing? Mass airflow sensor. See if it works. I'm relatively certain there's also a fuel issue. You guys have said it as well, time and time again. Fuel filter, fuel pump. If I touch anything in the fuel system, I have to do the whole thing because the lines are worse than the brake lines were. I am gonna do that. I'm gonna drop the tank, do all the fuel lines, do the fuel pump, do the fuel filter, but snow's coming, so I'd love to be able to move this thing around the driveway. This region right here is usually where I push all my snow. So, ironically, there's an avalanche where I would put all my snow usually. Alrighty, just as a point of interest, I thought we'd look at the airflow rate from the mass airflow sensor before we change this. We're looking at 1 pound per minute, fluctuating a little bit between 0.9 and 1.1. I don't know what it's supposed to be for this truck, but at least we have a baseline. We can check it afterwards to see if the new one did anything else. Let's go change that bad boy. Alrighty, friends, so we got a surprise guest. Camera wasn't on, so you didn't hear him coming from 3 miles away, but Eric's here with the ZJ.
Yeah, Barney's a little bit loud.
That new muffler's doing work for him.
Oh, we got the new mass air.
Yeah, JTM sent us mass air. I think it's, if the mass air is the issue, it's one of many issues, but whatever. Try flipping that in. A lot of you said that the problem is this aftermarket intake. I don't think that's the case. I'm not a fan of cold air intakes, but this is a pretty correct one. It's pretty complete.
Have you opened it up though for a rat nest?
No.
Just considering how it fat, right?
It's a good point. I guess maybe that's something we could do right now. I put the camera right on top of where this has to go. You people are gonna have to move. Hold your thought. Alrighty. I think we're just gonna take the whole NARM off here.
Come on.
Jimmy jam that guy away. And yep.
That's how it goes for us. I'm gonna help here.
Not like wiggle. There's like no room there.
There really isn't. How did they get that in?
If you think I'm taking the fan shroud out to change the mass airflow, you people are wrong.
I bet you have to take the air box off and then twist the arm up.
Come on! I don't want to do any of that. I just want it to be easy. Plus, I don't think I can open this box. You see how rusted the screws are? Okay, this is well mated to the thing here. I'm not missing something, am I? A lot of you also said to clean this thing. If JTM hadn't sent me one, I would have tried that, but I mean, he sent it, so we're gonna use it.
I'm always fascinated how these small sensors can pick up so much dirt.
Crazy, right? Yeah, I'd be interested. That's a super clean one. I'll be interested to see what this one looks like comparatively. Yeah, he pulled that out of a running truck, so we know that one works.
I mean, granted, this is the lake effect. Well, there's no rat nest. I'll give you that much.
That's good. Actually, it looks pretty clean in there.
Actually, that's some nice cold air.
And if it is, these Volant ones are real nice. I'm being honest with y'all. Let's see, can you guys see in there? It's pretty clean. Here's the...
Such small resistors.
I mean, they look dang near identical, but you never know.
I wonder if there's a lot more bone to it, doesn't it? Or is it just me?
But it's true, yeah. This one down here looks... Oh, it's broken. It's not connected.
Oh!
This right here... Oh, no, it's connected, but in a weird way. So, I don't know. We're going to put this one aside. That's the old one. How did this go on?
Lots of pressure.
This guy right here. Gonna jimmy jam this guy on, see what she do for us. All right, so a little bit of silicone on there, see if that won't help her slide. Oh, and it did. That was a super good idea that I wish I did a couple minutes ago. Ouch. Okay.
Keep in mind we're in like 30-degree weather, anticipating lots of snow in the next 2 days, so it's cold.
It's cold. It's cold. Is that on the bottom? I think it is.
Looks even.
All right. You want to do the opposite of what you did before? I mean, you did it so
Oh, yeah. What did I do?
Oh, look at this.
That's all these things. Oh, no.
Little turbine action.
No way. I have to pull it out if I can.
I'm going to ask you not to. We're not going to get it back in.
This guy tried every trick in the book for gas mileage.
I wonder if this is this come stock with the Volant thing, or is that somebody?
I think if you pull it out, it's going to say tornado on it. I almost bet you $10.
What is this supposed to be, like a Ram Air, or just like the
it's supposed to make it like centrifugal, like it spins the air so it's just not turbulent going in.
That idea has some lugs loose, but whatever. Alrighty, well, nothing left to it but to do it. Let's make sure these are good and tight like a tiger, and I guess we'll just run her. Hey, just put her in the ketchup. Oh, Eric is recovering from an attempt to pickle his liver last night.
Yeah, guys.
It's tough sledding for him right now.
I made a real bad choice of drinking energy drinks with vodka recently, and that's all I've been doing.
Are you a freshman in college?
Well, I don't know if you guys ever had that Mountain Dew Game Fuel. It tastes like liquid candy.
Oh, contact.
Seems better.
Huh.
Oh, a mess.
Not too bad though. Before the light was blinking.
Now we revved all the way up. I think she's earned herself a round block test drive.
What in tarnation?
Oh, wait, let me comment. I have a wood block handy right now in case it decides to roll away again.
What's go wrong? Yeah, we have brakes. We have some brakes.
Are you touching the floorboard with the brake?
Yes. God, I hate living on a hill.
Yeah, I trapped myself in one. Please, it's just like...
Oh, wait. No, we're leaking ATF again. Is it leaking from exactly where I just fixed it? No, it's leaking from back further now. I think, right?
Or is it just in the catch pan?
Nah, it's leaking. Oh, maybe. No, because I had this thing down.
Okay.
Oh. At least it's a slow one. The last one was like pouring ATF.
At least it's getting a trans flush.
Exactly, the trans fluid was pretty bad too. Yeah. I guess I should put some trans fluid in it considering how much it lost.
Probably.
I bought some last night, some Dexmark.
Walmart stuff?
Yep. Alright, well at least this time now we can back it in so we can get to the hood a little easier. I think that's what we'll do. We'll put air in the tires, we'll get this thing backed into place, and that'll probably be it for this video. So we decorated the driveway. I think that's real pretty. I'm real glad. It adds a lot of value to the house. Some nice lines, a little bit of tie-dye. Certainly, if anybody steals the truck, I'll be able to find them. You know, I'll just follow the trail and just, oh, there it is. Hey, give me my truck back. They're not going to get very far though, because at this point it's got to be several quarts low. But I do have some Dexmerk in the WJ over here. I bought it from Wally World. Oh, we got all the Dexmerk you could want. Nope, that's not it. Nope, that's not it. This is it. Oh, all the Dexmerk you could want. Here you go, baby. Here you go, Sheila. I got you a present. Now will you be nice to me? All right. Alrighty, Buck, so we jimmy jammed that new mass airflow sensor in there. Once again, thank you to JTM for sending that out. Definitely smoothed out the idle a bit, but didn't fix the misfire when revving. So I think we fixed the air issue. We probably still have a fuel issue, as so many of you suggested. Let's just crank this bad boy on the data stream and see if the air readings are any different. Like I said, I don't know what they're supposed to be for this truck, but air readings for this same thing, 1.1. Actually, here's something interesting. It's holding steady now. Well, no, never mind. As I said that, it decides to jump around. It is holding a lot more steady. Remember last time it was fluctuating a lot? I have no idea if that's a function of how warm it is now or something, but I'm gonna turn this off so that we don't spill any more of Sheila's blood on the driveway. All right, Buck, as is the way with this truck, we didn't quite meet our mission objective. I knew it when I started the video. I said this is what we want to do, but we all know we're probably not going to do it. We did get it moving, so that's a check. It does stop under its own power, so that's a check. We replaced the mass airflow sensor, so if that was an issue, it's likely not anymore. And that also, even though we haven't tested the fuel pressure, Eric's going to bring down a fuel pressure gauge at some point. It kind of points us in that direction. The random cylinder misfire means people have been saying a bad coil, something like that. I don't feel like that is the case. I don't think it's any one cylinder because the only codes it throws are random multiple cylinder misfire. So that implies air or fuel or some other deeper electrical issue, which we will try to troubleshoot. I was hoping to run it around town, but I can't have it bleeding all over the road. I can't believe there's any ATF left in it, considering how long I ran it the first time without realizing. That's why I just picked up the Dexmerk for it. But keep sending us those suggestions. Let us know what you think about lake effect. By all means, go and check out some of our other videos. Let us know what you guys think about that. I promise to continue this project long past it makes any sense to keep moving. We've probably already hit that level. It doesn't make any sense to keep moving on this already. But I promise there will still be lake effect videos until I literally can't, or the wife has had enough and tells me to get it the hell off the driveway. Unlikely though, because she wants to see this thing run too. So, got any questions? Leave them down in the squawk boxes, comments, let us know what you think. By all means, if you like the video, sub to the channel. Consider checking us out on Patreon, Etsy, and Teespring. We got lots of Uncle Jerry. We got lots of good D&E.
I was gonna make a note, guys. If you guys have any suggestions what you want, leave them in the comments below. I'm open to ideas. I like doing this stuff, so.
Yeah, actually, a couple of our shirt ideas came from people that were like, hey, make this shirt, and we were like, okay. And then they don't buy it.
Yeah, that was great.
Whatever. It is what it is. Man. Like if you want to support the channel, go check us out on Teespring, Etsy, Patreon. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Bye bye.